Back to the daily grind, and y'all know we gotta talk about this. But before we do, make sure you hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back bagel biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
UFC former light heavyweight champion Jon Jones was just fined $205,000 as well as having his license suspended by the California State Athletic Commission. Now, this means multiple things, which we'll talk about on the upcoming live stream in about 30 minutes. But aside from that, there's been a lot of people coming out and voicing their opinions on Jon Jones, because this means, Jon Jones is not innocent, essentially. Some people, if you were hoping for good things from this hearing for Jon Jones, these were not the results you were hoping for. Now we're going to have to wait to see the suspension USADA hands down, and also Jon Jones will have to, show signs of rehabilitation by the next time he goes in front of the California State Athletic Commission, which is probably this August. So we'll be, continue to stay updated on the Jon Jones case. But other fighters are starting to voice their opinions, such as former UFC bantamweight champion Miesha Tate. She said the faith that she had in Jon Jones has been lost. She said, the thing is, I really don't care at this point if he comes back, because I've lost the motivation and interest, and the faith that I have in Jon Jones has been lost. Now, maybe in 3 or 4 years, if he gets a suspension from the USADA, if he gets the book thrown at him and he really does make those changes, maybe he has a chance at restoring his legacy. But at this point, I just don't care anymore. I don't care. I'm over Jon Jones. I'm done with it. She went on to say, the saying that a lot of us are familiar with: fool me once, shame on you; fool me twice, shame on me. Jon Jones, if he were to fool us, it'd be the third or the fourth time. So, I mean, at this point, the only people who really probably believe Jon Jones is clean are Jon Jones stans. Not even Jon Jones fans who, consider themselves unbiased probably believe Jon Jones is clean. I know if you watch the hearing, though, if you listen to Jon Jones, he will convince you that, why would I cheat before a title fight? You know the answer is because you want to win. But when he's asking, come on, it doesn't make sense. Why would I cheat for a title fight? You just believe him for some reason. So if you're not watching, but if you're not listening to the, testimony from Jon Jones himself, and you're just, thinking about everything in a vacuum, Jon Jones seems like he's probably been a dirty fighter his entire career, and that's the assumption I've came to, and I'll explain why. Because Jon Jones popped for his second time, and it was in his rematch with Daniel Cormier. I picked Daniel Cormier to win that fight going into it, because I was like, okay, we'll see a clean Jon Jones versus Daniel Cormier. After Jon Jones knocked out Daniel Cormier, I was like, yo, Jon Jones just did it. He proved himself. You know what? He was never a dirty fighter. He just knocked out Daniel Cormier fair and square. And then lo and behold, he popped again. And it just made me think, wow, maybe he felt like he needed to beat Daniel Cormier. And then also, if you consider, Jon Jones, knew he had to be super careful with what he put into his body, because he had already been flagged once. So if you have to be super careful with what you have to put into your body, and you're coming into the biggest fight of your life, the rematch with Daniel Cormier, to get your belt back, you would think, that you're eating the purest of the purest foods, and you're only eating aspirin and whatever, or making sure whatever you're taking is USADA approved so you can get your life back. But instead, somehow, if you want to believe it was contaminated substances, well, for whatever reason, Jon Jones popped again. So even if you believe, the first time was dick pills, and the second time there was contaminated substances, and there was someone set him up the second time, I mean, it's really still on Jon Jones, because you're supposed to be extra careful with what you put into your body. So he was at least being reckless or negligent, which means that's why if he was suspended, it would be doubled, because it's his second time popping. So with that being said, Miesha Tate's just like, listen, I'm done believing in the kid. I understand we all want to believe in Jon Jones and this stuff, but he's failed twice. So with that being said, man, it is what it is. Miesha Tate has spoken. If you don't know, little update on Miesha Tate. She has, of course, retired from fighting. She now, I believe, might be doing a podcast. I mean, she has an opinion you'll see in the headlines on a lot of these MMA topics. She might be doing a podcast on Sirius XM, and she's also recently announced that she's expecting her first child, I believe. So with that being said, congratulations to Miesha Tate on that. But as far as Jon Jones is concerned, Miesha Tate has lost her faith in the GOAT. Hashtag free Jon Jones. With that being said, it is what it is. Make sure you check out the live stream coming up in about 30 minutes. Let the full-time family know what you think in the comments. And as always, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell right next to it so you're notified every time I upload a video. I'm out.
Da 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 da. It's the motherfucking D-O-double-G.